Tufan people began to multiply on earth, and girls were born. When the divine beings saw the beauty of human girls, they married those they liked. The Lord said, "My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal. Their days will be 120 years. In the days when divine beings married human girls and had children, and later on, there were Nephilim on the earth. These were the heroes of ancient times, famous individuals. The Lord looked and saw that the wickedness of man was great on the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. He regretted creating humans. His heart ached. I will wipe mankind, the animals, the creatures that move along the ground, and the birds of the air from the face of the earth, he said, for I am grieved that I have made them. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. Noah's story is as follows. Noah was a righteous man. He was one of the most perfect among his contemporaries. He walked in the way of God. He had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. In God's eyes, the earth had become corrupt and filled with violence. God looked at the earth and saw how corrupt everything had become, because people had gone astray. God said to Noah, I will put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I will also destroy the earth along with them. Make yourself a ship from cypress wood. Coat the inside and outside with tar, and make cabins inside. You will make the ship like this. Its length will be 300, its width 50, and its height 30 fathoms. Make a window as well. Its height should be 1 arshin upward. Put the door on the side of the ship. Make lower, middle, and upper decks. I will send a flood upon the earth. I will destroy all living beings that breathe under the heavens. Every living being on earth will die. But I will make a covenant with you. Board the ship with your sons, your wife, and your daughters-in-law. To ensure their survival, take a male and a female of each species onto the ship. Various birds, animals, and reptiles will come to you in pairs to survive. Take with you whatever you can eat, both for yourself and for them, and store it for later. Noah fulfilled all of God's commands. The Lord, he said to Noah, board the ark with your family, for I have found you alone among the people of this age to be righteous, so that their lineage does not perish on earth. Take 7 pairs of each clean animal, male and female, 1 pair of each unclean animal, and 7 pairs of each bird. Because in 7 days I will make it rain for 40 days and 40 nights on the earth. I will wipe every living thing I have created from the face of the earth. Noah did everything the Lord commanded him. When the flood struck the earth, Noah was 600 years old. Noah, his sons, his wife, and his daughters-in-law all boarded the ark together to escape the flood. As God commanded Noah, every kind of clean and unclean animal, bird and reptile, male and female, came to Noah and boarded the ark. 7 days later, the flood broke out. When Noah was 600 years old, on the 17th day of the 2nd month of that year, all the springs of the great deep burst forth, and the floodgates of the heavens were opened. It rained on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. Noah, his sons Shem, Ham, and Japheth, his wife, and his 3 daughters-in-law boarded the ark on that very day. With them, every kind of animal, domesticated animals, reptiles, birds, every kind of flying creature, boarded the ship. Every living creature that breathed came to Noah 2 by 2 and boarded the ark. The animals that entered the ark were male and female, as God had commanded Noah. The Lord shut the door behind Noah. The flood lasted 40 days. The rising waters lifted the ship off the ground, The waters rose, and as they increased, they kept increasing. The ship began to float on the water. The waters rose so high that all the high mountains on earth were submerged. The rising waters surpassed the mountains by 15 fathoms. All living beings on earth perished. Birds, domestic and wild animals, reptiles, humans, all living beings that breathed died. The Lord destroyed all living beings, from humans to domestic animals, from reptiles to birds. Everything on the earth was wiped away. Only Noah and those on the ark remained. The waters covered the earth for 150 days, the end of the deluge. Then God remembered Noah and the domestic and wild animals on the ark. A wind blew over the earth, and the waters began to recede. The springs of the depths and the floodgates of the heavens were closed. The rain stopped. The waters began to recede from the surface of the earth. After 150 days, the waters receded. The ship came to rest on the mountains of Ararat on the 17th day of the 7th month. The waters continued to recede until the 10th month. On the first day of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains appeared. 40 days later, Noah opened the window of the ark he had made. He sent the raven outside. The raven did not return until the waters dried up. It kept flying around. Upon this, Noah sent out the dove to see if the waters had receded from the surface of the ground. The dove couldn't find a place to land because everything was covered in water. It returned to the ship, to Noah. Noah reached out, took the dove, and brought it onto the ark with him. He waited another 7 days, then released the dove again. The dove returned in the evening with a freshly plucked olive leaf in its beak. Then Noah realized that the waters had receded from the earth. After waiting another 7 days, he sent the dove out again. This time, the dove did not return. When Noah was 601 years old, on the first day of the first month, the waters of the earth dried up. When Noah lifted the cover of the ark, he saw that the ground was dry. On the 27th day of the second month, the ground was completely dry. God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife, your sons and their wives. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you, the birds, the animals, and all the creatures that move along the ground, so they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number upon it. Let them breed, be fruitful, and multiply on the earth." Noah, along with his wife, sons, and daughters-in-law, disembarked from the ark. All the animals, reptiles, birds, and every kind of living creature on the earth also left the ship. Noah made an altar to the Lord. There, he offered burnt offerings from all the clean animals and birds. The Lord, pleased with the sweet aroma, said to himself, "Never again will I curse the ground because of humans, because the inclinations of the human heart are evil from childhood. Just as I have done now, I will never again destroy all living beings. As long as the world stands, sowing and reaping, heat and cold, summer and winter, night and day will always exist." God makes a covenant with Noah. God blessed Noah and his sons, saying, "Be fruitful, multiply, and fill the earth. All the animals of the earth and all the birds of the sky will fear and dread you. All living creatures on the earth and all the fish in the sea have been given into your control. All living beings will be food for you. Like green plants, I give you all of them. You will only eat meat with blood, because blood contains life. If your blood is shed, I will definitely seek justice for you. I will hold every animal accountable. I will seek justice from every person, from everyone who has taken the life of their brother. Whoever sheds human blood, by humans shall their blood be shed. Because God created man in his own image. Be fruitful, multiply. Be fruitful and multiply on the earth. God said to Noah and his sons, I want to establish my covenant with you and your descendants, and with all living creatures that were with you, the birds, the domestic animals, and all the wild animals that were on the ark with you. I will continue my covenant with you. Never again will all living beings be destroyed by a flood. The flood that destroyed the earth will never happen again. God continued speaking. The sign of the covenant I am making with you and all living creatures for generations to come will be this. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Whenever I send clouds over the earth, and the bow appears in the clouds, I will remember the covenant between you and all living creatures. There will never be another flood to destroy living beings. Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will look at it and remember the everlasting covenant I made with all living beings on earth. God said to Noah, this is the sign of the covenant I am establishing between myself and all living creatures on the earth. Noah's sons. The sons of Noah who came out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham was the father of Canaan. These were Noah's 3 sons. All the people who spread across the earth descended from them. Noah was a farmer. He was the first to plant a vineyard. He drank wine and got drunk, lying naked inside his tent. When Ham, Canaan's father, saw his father naked, he went outside and told his 2 brothers. Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it across their shoulders, and walked backward to cover their naked father. They turned their faces away to avoid seeing their father naked. When Noah came to his senses and understood what his youngest son had done, he said, Cursed be Canaan. The lowest of slaves will he be to his brothers. Praise be to the God of Shem. May Canaan be his servant. May God give Japhet abundance, and may he dwell in Shem's tents, and may Canaan be his servant. Noah lived for 350 more years after the flood. He died after living a total of 950 years. The lineage of Noah's sons. Noah's sons. The story of Shem, Ham, and Japheth is as follows. After the flood, they had many sons. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. The sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah. The sons of Javan, Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Rodanim. These are the ancestors of the people who live along the coasts. They were divided into various languages in their countries, and into various tribes in their nations. Ham's sons, Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush, Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Raama, and Sabteka. The sons of Raama, Sheba, Dedan. Cush had a son named Nimrod. He gained fame on earth with his bravery. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. The saying, a mighty hunter before the Lord, like Nimrod, comes from here. Initially, he ruled in the cities of Babylon, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. Then he went to Assyria and built Nineveh, Rehoboth-ir, and Calah. And between Nineveh and the great city Calah, he built Rezin. Mizraim was the ancestor of the Ludites, Anamites, Lehabites, Naphtuhites, Pathrusites, Casluhites, and Caphtorites, who were the ancestors of the Philistines. Canaan was the father of Sidon, his firstborn, and the ancestor of the Hittites, Jebusites, Amorites, Girgashites, Hivites, Arkites, Sinites, Arvadites, Zemarites, and Hamathites. The clans of Canaan later dispersed. The border of Canaan extended from Sidon to Gerar, Gaza, Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, and Zeboim, as far as Lasha. These were the Hamites, divided into various tribes and languages in their countries and nations. Japhet's brother Shem also had children. Shem was the ancestor of all the Ever people. Shem's sons, Elam, Ashur, Arphaxad, Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram: Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mash. Arpachshad was the father of Shelah. From Shelah came Eber. Eber had 2 sons. One of them was named Peleg, because the people on earth were divided during his time. His brother's name was Joktan. Joktan was the ancestor of Almodad, Shelef, Hazarmaveth, Jerah, Hadoram, Uzal, Dikla, Obal, Abimael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All of these were descendants of Joktan. They lived in the mountainous region in the east, extending from Mesha to Sephar. These were the Samo people, divided into various tribes and languages in their country and nation. All these people, who spread across the earth in nations and tribes after the flood, are descendants of Noah.